Good morning, gamers! It's your girl Lyra, here presenting for Yonoya Studios, debuting our alpha release for our game, Adrift. Because you probably know most of us already, I'm going to go through this quite quickly. First, we have Daniel, our lead software engineer, Drake as our gameplay programmer, Gabe as our audio engineer, Hee-chan as our user interface and tool programmer, myself, Lyra, as the game's producer, Mitchell as our technical artist, and last but definitely not least, Nihar as our game's designer. Welcome to the world of Adrift. This is the Canopy, a twisting tree line riddled with mysteries and adventure. Here, our main character Arlo and his pet bird Soar will navigate through the world and try to find Arlo's missing friend. After our first playable release, the first thing we did was refine the mechanics to the game. This includes Arlo and Soar following each other directionally, Soar attacking objects and returning back based off of time and not off of a set distance of the screen width, as well as adding the updraft mechanic to Arlo. To utilize the updraft mechanic, we just depress the S key and it allows him to zoom right up, and it lasts for a couple of seconds. After those seconds pass, he cannot do it for a couple more seconds, but over time it does recharge. Here I have done it, and I'm trying to do it again, but I cannot. But oh, it has respawned, and it is good to go. In our beta release, we will have a display in the top right corner to indicate when the player can updraft. Once the mechanics of Arlo and Soar were well refined, we then got to work on building our level. The level itself was designed by Nihar, where the original image we used in our first release was then converted into a tileable datasheet that we could then utilize to create our own levels. As well as this bear trap here being a hazard that would harm Arlo. Oop, good game! We have many hazards in our map, those including said bear traps as well as the water and in this datasheet we are capable of rendering things if they are obstacles or not, such as the platform I am standing on is an obstacle I can walk on, where this rock I can walk right through it. Spikes throughout the level. Sounds were added for all the main features of our game, including Soar's attack, the death of an enemy, Arlo walking, background music, the clicking of menu buttons, as well as so many more. We also implemented a background image that is parallaxed compared to the static image we were using in our first release. There are now two different enemies that are in Arlo's path of finding his best friend. The one is a melee enemy that you saw earlier, and the other is this ranged enemy you see in the top right corner. I will display to you his range capabilities, but I cannot guarantee my life. Oh my god, he scares the heck out of me. He's an actual minion. He is a jerk. Oh no, the updraft! He is the bane of my existence, and I hate him so much, but he is really cool, and I am very happy we now have two different types of enemies, including this melee guy up here. Before we only had one enemy who spawned at a fixed location. Now we have multiple enemies spread out throughout the map at fixed locations for the level's design and purpose. We have now also implemented items that are obtainable by Arlo. The first and one that will be important for the plot of the game are these journal entries that you can see at the foot of this minion right here. Let me get him out of the way and let's get over there. Though nothing is shown to the player currently right now, we do have collision between Arlo and this journal entry being shown inside of our debugger. In the alpha of our game, these journal entries will give quick snippets of lore and clues about the story to Arlo's missing friend. The journal entries will also be needed for the completion of level 2. I have cheated to spawn myself in a different location to show off some other areas of our game to you. This was not a good area to show you because I cannot get past this part. but I know it is doable as I have watched our more skilled players such as Daniel and Nihar get past it. Oh, this is so bad. As you can see, the updraft can be used as a tool where... Oh my, I thought he was gonna drop on me. The updraft can be used as a tool to help save on risky jumps, but also can be needed to make some risky jumps. The updrafts allow Arlo to fly up in the air, giving him a double jump, but this is only true while he is with Soar. If I deploy Soar while having an updraft out, it now no longer works for me until he returns. Also, a lesser displayed mechanic between Arlo and Soar is his jump. While he has Soar accompanied to him, his jump is what the player thinks is the regular height, but without Soar, he actually cannot jump very high. Also, just to display, because it can be a little confusing, Soar does only fly out for a set amount of time before returning to Arlo. As you can see, our game Adrift is very polished and well refined, though maybe a little too difficult for the audience we originally aimed our game towards. That can be corrected in our later updates of the game. As our level 1 is near completion, we have also started progressing into creating a second level with different themes and different goals towards the player. This is our current title screen for our game Adrift. Unfortunately, it is under maintenance, but will be done by submission tomorrow night. Let's get into level 2 of Adrift. This is our level 2. As you can see, there is a color shift in the tiles with a much darker aesthetic. Currently, a lot of the images are still a work in progress on level 2. The bear traps below are not meant to be bear traps, as well as the platforms I am currently on need to be altered into something a little more spooky. The things that differentiate level 2 from level 1 is the goal of the player. The goal of level 1 is to simply reach the end, where the goal of level 2 is to acquire all 3 of the hidden journals, one in each corner of the map, before going to the 4th corner of the map to unlock a door where our final boss battle will begin. As you can see, level 2 is very much in progress, but it is coming along quickly, and we have the bases down to implement things very quickly now. So a lot of it will just come down to sourcing a couple more images, such as a new background and some new little platforms. Very quick, easy stuff to do. And finishing designing the level, which is, I would say, 80% done. As you can see, the game Adrift is very much on its way to being completed, and we are quite happy with the progress we have made. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lyra from Unoya Studios, and this has been Adrift. I do not say this in a bragging way. But our level is truly huge, and I am not the best at platformers, so I do struggle to display this map to y'all. Ah! Got him! Whoever of us created this level truly does not enjoy people having fun when they play video games. No! Whoever designed this game made it very hard, and I unfortunately am not very good at platformer games. Oh my god! No! Oh. I am trying to show off the level the best that I can, but unfortunately, whoever designed this map made it way too hard for me to navigate. Oh my god, this is the worst! I hate this game!